You know, last week and just amongst whatever you're going to be watching in ladder and whatnot. Is there even an option in the game that can handle that turn 5, turn 6 control-wise that isn't kind of relying on your opponent not getting the ideal curve?
Control Blood.
And nobody's brought it.
But see, Control Blood doesn't do anything after that.
It's true. It's true.
It doesn't
maybe
do anything.
Control Blood needs to morph into this Queen of the Dread Sea like crazy endgame combo.
Yeah, maybe we should all play. Yeah, everyone, just everybody.
That's it. Just Dragon X, whatever class you're playing. Let's go.
You know.
Essia has removed his hood.
That's right. He's getting serious.
Things are serious.
Let's go. So he's got a good hand. I mean, he's got the ramp. He's got the summoner. Sheepy's got a good hand. He's got a curve into Alice.
Pretty solid for both, yeah. Ooh.
And we've seen this match play out really well for Dragon every single time. So Essia deciding, you know what, you can keep your neutral haven. I don't want to double. That was another factor I guess we didn't talk about. If you know the same stuff that we know about Sheepy, maybe you don't want to give him access to having that control v control matchup the entire time.
Yeah.
Maybe you just feel more comfortable trying to beat out his aggro deck.
But this is also kind of like what I said. Like maybe you know, Essia didn't ban neutral haven. I think Esha's had a all day not banning neutral haven. I think he brought this lineup specifically thinking that it can handle neutral haven, so he's just not going to ban it. So
that makes sense. But yeah, that's the story of the entire day, and even last week is just neutral havens in everybody's lineup, and it's just, can you deal with it? Do you want to let it through? Like all that kind of good stuff.
Yep. He's got a full clear this turn. Not sure if he's gonna go for it though.
Against an Alice deck, when I'm on the draw, 100% I'm clearing this board.
Oh, yeah.
Not even thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first big advantage all of these neutral decks have, is if they have a board with Alice, they push for a ton of damage.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, they always have it, so.
Yep.
Never want to take guesses whether they have Alice or not.
No. No. The first time you guess wrong is the last time.
Yep. For Essia, so he's in Overflow next turn, so.
Yep, he can play Oracle plus Sybil to go all the way up the entire chain next turn, so he's got the perfect ramp draw. The dream draw, as they say. And
he actually chose not to play Sybil that turn because she wouldn't have ramped.
Right.
So, anybody wondering?
Wouldn't have gained any health, which is essentially what you want to do with the card. Get him back up to 20 this next turn.
Because that does leave this Alice on board to go face if Alice were played again, so anybody wondering why that didn't happen? Probably looks a bit weird. It's like, well, he left Alice on the board. There's a Beast Call already on hand.
That is one of the first Beast Calls we've seen, if not the first.
That is the first, yeah.
Didn't get to play it early, but again, it is a very powerful card against Dragon, especially in multiples later in the game if you need to protect against Bahamut, so.
Sheepy playing around Conflagrate beautifully. Putting only one thing on the board that dies to it. Also pushing that 5-face, keeping Alice alive.
I like this. Now, if Essia goes for the play that we were talking about with the Sybil and the Oracle, he will go back up to 18. We'll be able to clear out a 4-5, but he's leaving 8 potentially, you know, 10, 11 damage in play.
Yeah, he's leaving a lot of damage on play.
Maybe he can't afford to do that. Maybe this is time for like a Scyther play.
Man, do you Scyther that?
I mean, I don't see it too bad of a side of that. Like, what are you really saving your Scythers for?
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, decides to go with it. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this one big turn, and then I'm gonna start playing my Bahamuts.
A dance to make the world blue.
Okay, it does ramp to 10, so he can Bahamut next turn.
And this is the perfect opportunity. If Sheepy knows what we know, playing that Beast Call Aria this turn to kind of prevent a Bahamut play, plus filling up the board with like Carrot and other stuff, kind of stunts what Bahamut can do.
Alice into Aria here.
I think that's a great play. Evolve Lyrial to get that 1 extra point of damage, because I don't think you're going to get more damage than that Evolve right now. And then you have a backup Lion, and especially if you're running other Beast Calls, another couple damage that could come out.
Sheepy may not know to think about the Bahamut here, though. I think he's wondering, like, you know, how could this go wrong if he assumes it's Bahamut.
But yeah, this is where you have to get your damage in. The longer you go, again, we know this, the longer you go, the worse it gets. He's really just thinking about that Sybil and what he wants to do about it. That's really it. I would honestly, this is one of those situations where I would just ignore it. Yes, you gain the 3 health back, but it stifles your options. That Sybil's gonna have to trade into something, period, next turn, or get Bahamutted away.
I played Carrot instead of the... This is a 4/4 Carrot, though.
This is a 4/4 Carrot, but this allows Bahamut to come down with impunity.
And he traded as well. Ugh.
And saved the Evolution Orb. That was a very weird play. I'm pretty... Like, that type of a play right there is how you give the game away.
I think that did give the game away.
Let's play again.
That literally did.
Didn't protect against the Bahamut, didn't get in that huge burst of damage that he had the potential to, and now he's just... He's going to have to start winning through all these big dragon cards. And he doesn't have an answer immediately to this Bahamut.
Yeah, this is going to be very tough.
That was a good draw. Not for this turn.
His only answer to Bahamut is to play
a bunch of followers, yeah.
Play a lion, yeah.
So maybe he will play the lion into the beast call this turn. We know there's a second Bahamut, if nothing else.
Yeah, Sheepy's shaking his head.
Yeah. The reason why, again, if you guys didn't catch it, the reason why dealing a bunch of damage last turn was important isn't necessarily just because it was the best play that turn, but if you think about how the deck can deal its extra damage off the top with other beast calls and Garudas and things like that, they need to be at a life total that's pretty low already in order for you to be able to finish the game, period.
Right.
And if you don't get them that low fast enough, then they can just keep clearing the board and not allow you to deal any regular damage, and you have to rely on that extra damage.
It's also like Sheepy can't use the excuse of like not knowing to play around Bahamut there because he's against Dragoncraft in 2017. So
and he's playing Dragoncraft himself. So
yeah, so he knows that Bahamut was an option there. The hand was basically full. He knew Bahamut was a very realistic play, especially with the aggressive ramping. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of clearing a board, he decided to double ramp and leave himself wide open for a turn. So yeah, you've got to be expecting at least a Bahamut, if not more than one Bahamut. Decides to search for maybe a Sybil, gets one, perfect.
That's really good. Can scythe through the 5/5 and play Sybil Evolver. It's looking really good for Essia.
Yep.
Double Scyther even. He's gonna try and get face damage.
Yep. This will set up a lethal for next turn with Genesis Dragon, so definitely a very heads-up play. Does this leave him open, though, to any type of lethals? No, not 8 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's game.
Yep, that's 5 damage. Now,
he actually could not be killable, though, because there's 3 on board. Yeah.
Right, yep.
So it's not quite dead.
Well, the Genesis Dragon will get there.
But Bahamut can't attack face. Oh, Genesis Dragon, he's at 7.
Yeah, he already attacked with Bahamut once.
Yeah,
that was all he needed to do. So this is what I'm talking about. Sheepy got him all the way down to 3 this game. Had he taken that one more advantage turn of
I think he also, like, when he drew Garuda, he face-palmed, I'm 90% sure, because I think he realized that if he had gotten aggressive like you said, then Garuda would have just ended the game right there.
Exactly. So it's those minor decisions, but they end up being the biggest ones of the game. Just like one time not attacking face is all it takes.
Right.
So now, Essia has defeated Sheepy for the first game. Let's see if he continues this trend and if he can beat Neutral Haven again. Maybe this is exactly what you were saying. This is why he allowed it through. He decided he knows he can beat the neutral deck with both of his decks. See if he's got what it takes.
Well, realistically, Bahamut's a very good card against them. Good card against everything.
Yes.
So, you know, if you can ramp up to it. He can't ramp this time though, because he won't be on Dragon. So.
Honestly speaking, if Essia wins this match, this will basically solidify him for me. Like, Essia, like, you know, he was kind of wavering for me, but if he wins this match, this will solidify him as, like, you know what, he is the guy that should be here and I really
Well, I
want
mean,
to
if
see
he
him
beats
push
Sheepy,
forward.
Sheepy's got a name for himself.
That's
so.
right.
This is also another team kill. So.
That's true. Sheepy, of course, formerly of EXG,
Yep.
now in Disastra.
Time for me to prove myself.
Is it Disastra or Distrata? I don't want to mess that up.
Disastra.
It is Disastra.
Yeah.
Okay, I was right.
I don't know what it means though. There's all these.
They're all just a bunch of big disasters.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
all just a bunch of weird names. Uh oh.
All right, Essia.
Escha's webcam is a disaster.
Yeah, super disaster. Not online anymore. Hopefully that doesn't mean a disconnect here.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
Okay. Just the camera.
He's still with him all again. His hand is terrible though.
Hand, it could be bad. We see the Tinas though. Tina's not bad in this matchup.
Uh oh. Never mind.
Oh, connection unstable.
Uh oh.
Don't do it, Essia. Not right now.
This is not looking good for Essia. Oh, did he come back?
Okay.
He came back?
Hopefully.
Mm,
Okay, good. We should be okay.
Yeah.
Get to see that Odin
Okay.
yet again.
Yeah, we're good. Odin.
So, which of Sweets is able to draw a card this turn? So, easy play here.
Best work.
One of the reasons why you would play a neutral rune, just so you have a nice little filter 2 drop.
Mm-hmm. Poor Essia.
Yeah, Essia with no play to respond. We'll have, again, those Tinas to come back, though, so definitely
Yeah.
not out of this. And it's not like Sheepy's deck is there to be super aggressive anyway.
Right.
So
Sheepy playing another late game deck. So.
Mhm. And we're really just gonna like this is a dragon mirror without being a dragon mirror.
Yep.
Exactly what it is. They're both gonna do it a lot slower, and they're not gonna have as much card draw. But
They're both playing secondary dragon.
right, yeah, exactly.
Double sock wheel.
Now, if Sheepy wins this, it does mean that Neutral Haven will have to beat this other control deck that Essia put together. So, Sheepy's got a mountain to climb here.
And if Essia wins this, that means that Bahamut Forest continues to go on.
That's true.
So,
Forest being too good. I hope you guys are all taking note.
Nerf Forest with neutrals in it.
I actually wanted to get a Nerf Forest shirt printed out for this show
yeah?
specifically so I could wear it.
That'd be funny.
I think it needs to happen.
Yeah. Cast Season 3, Nerf Forest.
That's right. Nerf Forest too strong.
Too strong.
All right, so pretty straightforward plays here. Could fill the board if he wants with the Lyrials.
Sheepy's joining Noah's Ark over here, only drawing cards in forms of 2s.
Run away.
Pretty good board though. Although, you know, Tina does take care of this.
Yep. This is why you play Tina. Gives you access to cards from classes that you wouldn't normally have.
Tina.
Basically acting as a dragon warrior here.
Dead force.
Yep.
If my brother can, I can. Finally a friend.
Very good against the neutral meta because it will deal 5 to a neutral follower as opposed to 3 or 2 or, you know, whatever the other classes do.
Yeah.
So can kill big Hectors and Sahquills and things like that if it needs to in a pinch. I honestly, like, this is one of those games where I'm just like, why are you taking this long to take your turn? You know what I mean? Like,
Kaiser Carrot?
You know what you're doing. There's not a lot of decisions to be made here.
Kaiser Carrot evolve, go face. Smork.
Smork. Always Smork.
Always.
That's been
Smork.
like my message all day today. I just want
Yeah.
people to be Smorking. I'm generally not like that. I don't know why my tone switched today, but I kind of just want to see some Smorking today.
I was gonna evolve the carrot instead. Gets the trade in, but the carrot goes back to hand, so it's fine.
Sorry.
Just playing this mid-game value game. Essia here with a very similar play. Could decide to go with pretty much anything in his hand. It all
Yeah.
works.
Escha's got so many choices here.
I don't think any play is necessarily better than any other. Maybe saving Hectors for late game damage to face is about it. With the amount of cards he has in his hand, though, I think I might just go with an Alice here.
That's true. Yeah, Alice would get really good buffs here. Could also just play Hector and pass. Like,
Yeah.
Hector shoot 1 and pass.
And then he could play Alice next turn with a 2-drop, also not bad. Which would lead into the Sahquil turn on 7.
Especially because that 2-drop is Lyrial.
Might just see a Hector fire right back.
Yep, Hector pass. Another Kai'Sa. It's ugh.
So if Essia or Sheepy wins this, do you think either of them have a good shot against Akamaru Red or Fatina?
I don't think anybody has a good shot against Akamaru Red.
No?
Yeah.
No, you're just like all on board with Akamaru Red.
I mean, he has consistently shown us that he's a very good player.
That's true. That's true.
And especially in the EU region, he has not shown any leeway against anybody.
Did he pay you before you came out
No,
here?
no.
Okay.
No,
So it's not like that. You weren't sponsored.
This is caster impunity, 100% my opinion. Grimner Evolve playing Kai'Sa next to it is interesting.
It won't be long now.
Okay. I don't know.
Conserves your play. You don't float play points. It also keeps that Hector in hand.
I don't like using up all the evolution orbs this early though. Like as we noticed, Essia still has 2 of them, and Sheepy is now out of them.
Lands of wonders, lands of marvel.
Okay, and then he's doing the Alice play like we thought. This is the entire hand gets buffed.
Yeah, especially because Lyriel is so good right now. So
My wings are killing me.
Kids, if you're not playing Lyriel in your decks, hopefully this tournament will show you the error of your ways.
yeah, the error every ways. But yeah, back to Akamaru Red. I think it's gonna take NA to take him down. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's entirely possible for someone who's been running hot for an entire tournament to just all of a sudden stop.
It's true.
You know, that can happen.
It can. Again, like you said, maybe he didn't have a good breakfast. It's starting to catch up with him. Gets a little sick.
Yeah, maybe he's extremely tiltable, and someone will take one round off of him, and he just throws all the books on the ground and just stops caring.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Here we get to see the full power of Tina. Like we said a couple turns ago, gets to kill that big 4/4 on the Evolve.
Pretty powerful stuff. Tina, pretty good.
Now all the evolution orbs are gone, and Essia has board. So definitely ahead right now.
But remember, Sheepy's playing Dragon.
That's right. Neither of them have access to a Bahamut. Honestly, I don't think we've seen a Bahamut in Essia's deck yet. I don't know if it exists.
Fighting is so cruel.
Which would seem weird for the style of deck. So
I don't think it does, actually. Yeah.
it might not.
Yeah.
Okay, defensive Zeus off the Saha Quill here. Now we get to start getting into the meat of these games.
Yeah, the Carrot Wars.
Yep, Carrot Wars and maybe big stuff. So Essia, while looking good, doesn't really have any huge followers like Sheepy has access to. And by big followers, I mean Zeus.
Yeah, literally just Zeus.
Yeah, just Zeus at the moment.
He does have Ariat, though, so if you can ship Sheepy down.
That Gruff is a 4/6.
Yeah.
So could play that to easily take out the Saha Quill and push for a bunch of damage here.
It would take damage, though.
It would take damage this time. Not as big of a deal. I haven't seen a lot of Grimnirs in the decks. Like, I know we saw one played by Sheepy earlier, but, like, maybe there's not a lot of endgame Grimnir wars that are going to be happening either.
No, probably not.
So it's just going to be a lot of straightforward, just who can keep the board the longest.
Such pain.
Which, actually, if Essia keeps the board one more turn, it's probably over.
Yeah, because Odin can come down here to do some work, but definitely not enough. Felice, old Felice would have been good enough.
Yeah, old Felice would have been balling here.
But essentially does the same thing as Odin does. But it will allow him to play 2 other followers. He can get his carrots back in play. But if he does that, he kills the 4/2. There's 9 damage, 12 damage, so not lethal next turn, but close. I think you're right, though. If this board remains over the course of the next 2 turns, there's just not any way for...
Because Unica will heal him back to 14, and then he'll, on the converse, put him at 5, which is just, you know, not you can't do that. So.
Yeah, and Sheepy, well, I guess Sheepy will be forced to play the Zeus, and Zeus might be able to curb enough. But we'll see. Yeah, I think he's just really deciding here. I think the best play is Felice double carrot. I don't think it gets any better than that this turn.
Felice the 4/2 play the carrots. The carrots might just get traded into, honestly. Whoa.
So let's go with the Alice instead to pump. Not bad. Makes Zeus another power. So
yeah, that
maybe he was
pumps
doing
Zeus
some.
too.
Yeah, he's doing some. Ooh.
That is a really good card.
That was the best possible draw, I think. That's the removal spell he needed. So now he can just ignore everything, go face, and then just have lethal for the next turn.
Oh my gosh.
Now there's, I guess, like I guess he might have to show off the Ariat in order to use his Sahakul effectively this turn because he doesn't have any other big followers. But I think that's okay. I think knowing about the Ariat isn't scary enough because there's no board clears coming from the side of Sheepy.
Well, he only has 6 damage on the board. You can literally just go face with all 3 of these. Ariat, Alice, should we say the 3/4 again, and then play Carrot.
Fighting is so crude.
Oh, we had another Sahakul in hand too. Okay.
See, I don't really understand the purpose of even clearing here.
Unbelievable.
I like it. Just keep your opponent's options like light. It's not like he's in any danger of losing.
Saquil, Isofil? Is that better?
I think you have to Zeus, right? Like
No, Saquil, Isofil? Oh, you don't gain the 4, never mind.
Right.
Well, we know Zeus loses, but
Right.
actually Isofil also loses.
Right. So loses. Interesting. This was a very interesting match. It wasn't anything crazy that happened. No combos, no like intense stuff. It was just basically two, you know,
Just 2 neutral decks going at it.
decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just whoever can control the board the longest wins, and Essia looks like he's going to come out on top of that.
Yeah, he's in checkmate, knowing both hands.
Which
here.
means that one of my ponies in the race, I actually, before the stream started today, thought that Sheepy was going to be one of the ones that went the whole way.
Yeah, we were eating last night, and you were like, I think it's gonna be. Did you say Sheepy was in the finals?
I think it was. I was talking about Sheepy and let's see, Sheepy. Yeah, Sheepy was my pick for the EU side. In
Yeah,
general.
the
we
EU side.
We were talking about NA as well, but yeah, Sheepy
and I
was
was
my
like,
pick.
no, you're crazy. Akamaru's got that.
That's
yeah,
true.
Like, yeah.
That's true.
Like Sheepy is an amazing player, an incredible player.
And Essia was the one that's one of the ones that were on the bottom of my list,
Yes.
as I've been saying today.
Yes.
So I like that all this has been switching up. I like being wrong.
It is interesting for sure. But I was immediately like, nah, you cray. Unfortunately, does not get the heal. So Ariat, man.
Showing
Ariat
up today.
And really, she's only adding 2 damage to the board.
Yep.
For 7 play points.
The best thing about today is that Ariat, the card I've been talking about for months and months and months, finally is showing.
Yeah, you win there because you get to be like, I told you so,
I told
nerds.
everybody that Ariat was the business.
This card's so good.
And
7
now
play
everybody
points,
knows.
double strike. Has to have already attacked this turn also. It's really restrictive, but we've seen it win twice now.
That's
so.
right, at least twice.
Yep.
Ariat and Forest.
Yes.
Forest
Ariat
is
and
broken,
Forest.
dude.
That's
Nerf
right.
Forest Craft.
Essia has managed to make it 2 rounds.
Right here, Nerf Forest.
In the lose, right? Nerf Forest. Has managed to make it 2 rounds.